Living in the UK on a visa means one thing: you must always abide by the rules no matter what. And one of the biggest rules of a visa is that you must never let your visa expire. You have to renew it as soon as possible. Because see, no matter the excuse, Home Office might not listen to you, right? And this one mistake can cause the Home Office to ask you to leave the UK. Because recently we have noticed that the UK government is being really strict with immigration matters right now. In today's video, we'll be looking at real life cases of people that were affected because of visa issues. So stick with me because this one is very important. My name is Tochi. You're welcome to my channel. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up as you're watching so YouTube can recommend it to more people. Kindly share it to everyone that needs to benefit from this. And to all my returning subscribers, you guys are amazing. You're welcome back to today's video. If you're yet to subscribe, please click on that subscribe button right now. And if you're just seeing my face for the first time, you're welcome. I'm sure we all understand that it is your visa that gives you a right to live in the UK. And the rights, or the extent of the rights that you have on your visa, depends on the kind of visa that you're on and what it permits. So different visas have different rules that you have to abide by, right? You must always understand what your visa permits, the limit, what you can do and what you cannot do on a visa, and how often you need to renew your visa. Because once you allow that visa to expire without renewing, you become an overstayer. Basically, you become an illegal migrant, and your right to work is gone. Even your right to live in the UK is taken away from you. You cannot rent a house. You cannot do so many things. You cannot work, right? You all know that before you can apply for a job or get a mortgage or even buy a car or try to do something important, you have to prove your stay, your right to live and work in the UK and all of that. That is why the Home Office has been hammering on illegal migrants, overstayers, have been releasing different statements. We even saw the recent one they released by sending messages, emails to students, those on study visas, telling them that they should not at any point become overstayers. Once your visa expires, you need to leave the UK. And that also applies to those on work visas as well, right? Once it's time for you to renew your visa, you have to renew. Never let your visa expire. Like, don't even forget. And this brings us to this case of this young lady. She's a Canadian and she lives in the UK. She has been in the UK for so many years. She came on a study visa and she has always renewed her visa. She has always been, a legal migrant and everything, until this one time when she forgot to do that, or she failed to do that because she was ill. Now, for her, she had a valid reason because she had mental health challenges. She was in the hospital. And yes, so it was kind of a good reason to her why she failed to renew her visa. But guess what the Home Office said? The Home Office said that that is not enough ground to forget to renew your visa. The Home Office is threatening to ban a Canadian academic from the UK after she was unable to renew her visa in time during a mental health crisis. She had lived in Britain since she came in 2011 on a study visa, and she has been doing her research and everything. She's based in London. She has successfully renewed her visa 7 times in the past, but in 2022, she became seriously mentally ill. She was hospitalized for 13 weeks and was unable to engage with the visa renewal system as a result of being so unwell. She overstayed for 46 days before her family in Canada could make an application for further leave to remain on her behalf, right? So for that 46 days, she was illegal. She was not documented. She was not on any visa. And since then, she's been trying to resolve this visa situation with the Home Office, and she couldn't, right? She even had to submit evidence of her medical reports, medical history, that she was in the hospital throughout that period. She had a good reason to do that. But no, the Home Office did not even listen to that. She has lodged an appeal on human rights grounds, but if it is unsuccessful, she is facing a ban from the UK. So an application she made in 2024 for leave to remain was also refused on the ground that she was medically stable and could return to Canada. So the Home Office is saying, okay, since you're now medically fit, you are okay, why not go back since you already overstayed? And remember one time when the Home Office announced that now, if you have overstayed in the UK at any point, like the chances of you getting your indefinite leave to remain is very, very low. We understand that the Home Office have been really, really strict right now. In fact, they've been stricter now when it comes to immigration issues. You know, with all the immigration noise that is going on, how they really want to reduce migration and all of that. So now they've become stricter, because looking at this, the first thing that will come to your mind is, oh, this is a valid reason, right? It's a good grounds for the Home Office to consider her. But guess what? They didn't consider that. For somebody that was admitted in the hospital, of course, renewing visa is not what is going to be on her mind. And to even think that it's a mental health challenge, be on her mind is for her to recover and everything, right? But yeah, the Home Office says she failed to renew and she has overstayed, and that is it. And when she also tried to apply for her indefinite leave to remain when she got qualified, they denied it, right? So yeah, some of you will be surprised. Yes, it is not only blacks that move to the UK. Other people also move to the UK. People move to the UK. Whites move to the UK. UK people move to Australia, move to Canada, move to US. Like, people generally migrate to different countries, and that is life. This is what it has always been. So she said that she has really been devastated by this news. It also highlights the hostility of the current climate regarding mental illness. This is what I just said, okay? So in their refusal, the Home Office said that the indefinite leave to remain was a privilege and not an automatic entitlement, okay? A mere wish, desire, or preference to live in the UK does not amount to an exceptional circumstance, right? And they said the fact that she was prevented from applying in time to renew her visa due to being acutely ill also did not amount to an exceptional circumstance. So what do they now consider as exceptional circumstances? Because if this appeal does not stand, she will be banned from the UK. Imagine just being in the UK for so many years, renewing your visas. They say here that she renewed her visas for 7 times. She has done it 7 times successfully. She has been doing it. But this one time that she was ill, it's not like she just forgot or that she intentionally didn't want to. It was because she was admitted. She gave evidence, medical records, medical reports, everything of her illness, but the Home Office still didn't consider that. So this is a lesson for everyone. Like, this is very, very important. The minor things that people overlook or you don't think as important. When you hear visa renewal, you hear people are renewing their visa extension, you think it's just, oh, if you like do it, if you like don't do it. No, it's very, very important. If you're on a visa, you have to always renew. You have to always be on that visa, because that is what is keeping you in the UK. Your stay in the UK is tied to that visa, and once that visa expires, you don't have anything keeping you in the UK anymore. You are no longer on any valid visa. You're not on a study visa, you're not on a work visa, you're not even a visit visa, not on any visa at that point. You're considered an overstayer, you're considered undocumented, even if it's for 2 days, even if it's for 3 days that you let your visa expire, you are considered to be an overstayer, you know. So it's something that everybody has to keep in mind. Look at know when your visa is expiring and try to renew before it expires, right? If you also look at one of the recent cases we also posted here about the Brazilian couple that the Home Office asked their children to leave the UK, you would also notice that it was visa issues as well that made the Home Office to send that letter to those children. At some point during their application, their divorce and switching visas and all, they failed to properly put their children on a valid visa, and that was what affected them. And when they applied for their ILR, instead of approval, they got a letter from the Home Office asking the children to leave the UK, you know. So visa renewals are very, very important. I've also seen a case like this sometime of a particular issue like this, something similar, that this same person also failed to renew his visa and got in trouble as well, right? And we all know that Home Office doesn't want to hear you being an overstayer, you being an illegal migrant, and all of that. They've been fighting it. And we know the stress, like what it takes to get one thing done, all the checks that has to be done. I remember when we wanted to get our mortgage, we had to prove ourselves, 10 times. Even when we want to get our business property as well, buy to let, we had to prove extra. You show your right to work, your share code, you do that, you prove this. Like, guys, you have to prove yourself. aside the fact that you have the money to do that, you have to show that you have a right to live and work in the UK. In fact, there are some lenders that will not even give you if you have like less than 6 months on your visa. Like before your visa expires, you have only 6 months or something. Some lenders will not give you, they'll tell you to hold on until you renew your visa before they can give it to you. Like they don't want to hear anything, stories that touch. They want to see that you have a long time in your visa before they can deal with you, before they can even lend you money and all of that. So that's to show you how important your visa is, how important your right to live and work in the UK is. Because see, you see that visa, we call it a visa, you just call it, oh, visa, but it's very, very important because that is what keeps you in the UK, and that is what gives you the right to do every other thing you want to do, achieve what you want to do, buy your property, rent a house, buy cars, you know, get a business, do a lot of things, even take some courses. If you want to go to school, if you want to do anything you want to do, it is your visa that gives you the rights or gives you the permission to do that. And without it, you're not able to, even medical care, you're not able to access all of that if you're not on a valid visa. So that's to show you how important your visa is. If you don't know it, if you have forgotten, go back. Everything is on the government website. If you open the visa that you're on, you click on it, the requirements, the eligibility, the do's, the don'ts, everything, you look at it. When you also want to go for ILR, click on ILR, indefinite leave to remain requirements, eligibility, the rules, everything is plainly stated there, right? Everything is written down in bold for everyone to see and access. And if you're still confused about your situation or circumstance and you need to speak to an expert to further explain it to you, please do so. When I saw this, I just thought like this is the best time to share this news with you for everybody to learn, because I know that I always bring lessons like this or videos like this for us to learn from and for us to understand what's going on. Because see, it's good to just stay informed, right? There's been a lot of noise with immigration and all of that. So we all just have to be careful. We all have to stick by the rules. See, to be honest, if you stick by the rules, you are good to go. Like there's nothing to scare you. It's now when you have one or two things that is bothering you, or should I do this? Should I not do that? Did I do this? That's when you start being scared and you feel like some of these things might affect you. But if you stick by your rules, all the rules to the T's, you really have nothing to worry about as a legal migrant in the UK, right? So yeah, that is it. And I wish this particular lady all the best, and I hope that her appeal comes out good, because guys, this is really sad. This was not really her fault. She was ill, and guys, I don't think anybody really has control of illness. There's some things we don't really have control of, and being ill is one of them. And I hope the Home Office really considers her, you know, because this is so sad. Have you heard about something like this before or something similar? Please share with us in the comment section. Something I realize is when you share, you know, stories like this or cases like this, people now begin to open up to tell you what happened to them or somebody they know that probably did not make it to the news. Okay, I've seen it, I'm like, oh wow, so this is actually a thing. So if you know somebody that something like this has affected, or please share with us in the comment section as well. And I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think this is fair? Let me hear in the comment section as well. Let's continue this conversation there. So yeah, that is it. I hope we all learn from this and not make similar mistakes. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye bye.